Today let us start a new chapter, that is arithmetic progression. This is the first chapter in the arithmetic section. This topic teaches us the concept of patterns, sequence in numbers, and the patterns in daily day-to-day life. Arithmetic progression is very important chapter for your board exam. In this video, I will be inculcating only the introductory part of AP, that is arithmetic progression. I am Monisha, teaching maths and physics for 8 to 12th grade students from past 10 years. Let us move on to the topics. Arithmetic progression. In nature, many things follow a certain pattern. It can be flower, fruit, trees, river, or anything. Everything has a certain pattern for their origin, for their flow, for their living up to they die. Arithmetic progression is a study of one such patterns. There are few examples for this. The seeds of a flower. You can see the seeds of the flower where it has a spiral pattern. The growth of it will be spherical in shape. The spirals on the pineapple. The body of the pineapple has a certain pattern. Next, the pattern of a cactus. The cactus outer body has some pattern which is equal in centimeters and in diameters. Arithmetic progression is also seen in nature. The very best example is Old Faithful. Old Faithful is a natural geyser. Old Faithful is a popular attraction at Yellowstone National Park because the geyser produces long eruptions that are fairly predictable. When tourists visit Old Faithful, they will see a sign that indicates an estimated time that the geyser will next erupt. No one controls the geyser like an amusement park ride. Its patterns over time have caused park rangers to develop predictable eruption, and this predictable eruption is only because of arithmetic progression, because the eruption is based on the arithmetic sequence. Next, we can see the arithmetic progression patterns in every corners and nooks of our life. For example, the germination of seed has a certain pattern in an increasing order in such certain centimeters. Next, the spiral grid of a flower, which also shows a certain spiral activities which will be in exact arithmetic progression sequence. Next, a flower. Angelica flower head, a spear which has equal spherical shapes all over its head, which is just as an arithmetic progression pattern. Multiple Fibonacci spirals of a red cabbage in a cross section of the cabbage, which you can see here as a spherical pattern. Next, Nautilus shell has a logarithmic growth of spiral. There will be an exact centimeter in the increasing order of the spear or the spherical shape of the logarithmic growth of inside the shell. Next, meanders. Meanders means the flow of the river will be in the shape of a sinusoidal wave. This is the picture from a NASA center. So it shows a meanders of brain which has a spherical or spiral view of superior view exhibiting the patterns of Gyri and Sulci. This is the superior view of human brain. Next is the drying inelastic mud in the run of Kutch with mainly 90-degree cracks, which you can see the 90-degree cracks which has been surfaced all over the barren land. The seeds inside a sunflower which has a pattern with equal millimeter distance, not even a single split or single error in the seedlings of it, which shows the increasing order of arithmetic progression, arithmetic sequence pattern. So patterns in nature are visible regularities of form found in the regular world. These patterns recur in regular contexts and sometimes be modeled mathematically. Natural patterns include spirals, trees, meanders, cracks, foams, etc. Animals or human beings often show a mirror or bilateral symmetry, that is, half of our face will be having a symmetry, half and half, like a tiger. Echinoderms like the starfish have five-fold symmetry. Next, the 5-fold symmetry can also be seen in some flowers or in some fruits. In this example, I have taken medlar. There is a 5-fold symmetry. Last but not the least, snowflakes have a 6-fold symmetry. Everything in the universe have a symmetrical pattern, which we can understand by using some mathematical modeling. So here I have given some of the real life examples where arithmetic progressions can be included. In nature and in day-to-day life, many things have certain pattern. Just like I have said, the petals of a sunflower, the holes of the honeycomb, the grains on the maize comb, the spirals on the pineapple and on the pine cone. Again, some of the examples are the house numbers in your layout or colony. Always there will be in increasing order, which can be considered as an arithmetic sequence. Next, the age of the human beings year after year. The age of the human beings will be increasing, is it not? The increasing order can be considered as a arithmetic sequence. Next, the amount of money in your piggy bank if you deposit the same amount each week. If we deposit the same amount each week, or if there is an increase in the increment and the increment increase is stagnant, then it can be included in the arithmetic progression sequence. Next is the size of the population in exponential growth. It will be exactly in exponential growth but in a correct sequential way. Example, bacteria in a petri dish or in your leftovers. These are some of the examples of a sequence of numbers which shows arithmetic progression. First one, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here each term is 1 more than the term preceding it. Each term is obtained by adding 1. Next is 100, 70, 40, 10. So in the second one, each term is 30 less than the term preceding it. Next one is minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0. So here each term is obtained by adding 1 to the term preceding it. Next fourth one is 3, 3, 3 and 3. In fourth one, all the terms in the list are 3. That is, each term is obtained by adding or subtracting 0 to the term preceding it. Then the last one is minus 1.0, minus 1.5, minus 2.0 and minus 2.5, etc. In fifth one, each term is obtained by adding minus 0.5 to the term preceding it. So this each number in the question given in the list is called a term. Each of the number is said to be a term. For example, in first question, 1, 2, 3 and 4 separately said to be a term. Successive terms are obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term. So such a list of numbers is said to be arithmetic progression. If we consider all of the sequence, then that is said to be arithmetic progression. And the main thing here we have to note it, the difference between the two numbers should be always a constant. So what do you mean by arithmetic progression? An arithmetic progression is a sequence of numbers such that the difference between each consecutive term should be a constant itself. If it varies, then the sequence is not considered as an AP. The difference between the preceding term and the first term should always be a constant term. If it is not constant, then that sequence is not an AP. If it is constant, then the sequence is said to be an AP. The general form is A, A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, etc. The nth term means the last term is defined by a formula given as Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. And if we need to find out the sum of the first n terms, the nth term we have to find out by the formula Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D, whereas the sum of all the terms up to the nth term is given by the formula Sn is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into D, which can also be written as n by 2 into a plus l, where l is the last term, which is also equal to Tn. Tn and l is one and the same. Next, move on to the types of arithmetic progression. There are two types of arithmetic progression. One is finite arithmetic progression and the one is infinite arithmetic progression. So what do you mean by finite arithmetic progression? Arithmetic progression which have a fixed number of terms is defined as finite arithmetic progression. This finite arithmetic progression, we already know the last term. If we know the last term and if there is no other terms after that, then this type of sequence is said to be finite arithmetic progression. For example, in a sequence 1, 3, 5, 7, the sequence will not continue, so it ends at that 7, then the last term is considered as 7 itself. So if we know the last term, then those type of sequence is said to be finite arithmetic progression. Coming to infinite arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression which have unfixed number of terms is defined as infinite arithmetic progression. For example, 1, 8, 15, 22, etc. The dot signifies etc. means the number continues. You can't find out which is the exact last term of it. So if this is the case, if the last term is unknown, in this case we can consider it as infinite arithmetic progression. Hope you understood finite and infinite arithmetic progression. If we know the last term, then it is finite. If we can't decide the last term, if we don't know the last term, then it is said to be infinite. So what is a sequence then? A sequence means it's a list of objects arranged in a definite order. In a definite order in the sense, it should have a first element, second element, third element and so on up to an nth element. So this order is said to be a sequence. If this list stops at a particular number, then it is said to be finite sequence. If this list doesn't stop at a particular number and it just goes on, then it is said to be infinite sequence. For example, you can see the first example, the ending term is 1. So we can conclude it as a finite sequence. In the second example, after 23, you can notice dots. Dots means the end term is unknown. If the end term is unknown, then it is said to be infinite sequence. And in the sequence, there are two types of common difference. So common difference means the difference between the two terms, and if the difference between the two terms are constant, then it is said to be an arithmetic progression sequence. And this common difference can be positive or it can be negative also. If it goes in an increasing order, then the constant will have a positive constant term. In this example, they have given 5, 9, 13, 17, where the constant term, the difference between the two terms is always plus 4. It is increasing. So in this case, the common difference is positive. In the second case, it is said to be decreasing arithmetic sequence. Means the sequence given is 20, 17, 14, 11, etc. Here, the common difference is -3. So if the negative number occurs, then that common difference is said to be negative common difference. So the arithmetic sequence is given by a formula an is equal to a1 plus n minus 1 into d. Here an and tn are one and the same. So here an is the nth term of the sequence. a1, a2, a3, a4 is the sequence. Here a1 is the first term and d is the common difference and n is the position number. Common difference means here in the second example we can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Every number has a difference of +1. It is an increasing arithmetic sequence and this type of sequence is said to be AP, arithmetic progression. If the constant term is same, then it is said to be in AP. If the constant term differs, then it is said to be not an AP. Next, going to the formula for common difference. Let us denote the first term of an AP by A1, second term by A2, up to nth term by AN. Next, the common difference D is said to be A2 minus A1 is also equal to A3 minus A2 is equal to AN minus AN minus 1. If one term is subtracted by its preceding term, the fixed number which we obtain is said to be a common difference. That is a definition for common difference, and plainly we can consider it as AN minus AN minus 1. That is the formula for common difference. These are very important formulas in arithmetic progression. All the sums are solved by using these two formulas itself. First, arithmetic sequence. In order to find the nth term, we have to use the formula an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, where an is the nth term of a sequence, a is the first term and d is the common difference. In order to find out the sum of the arithmetic sequence, that is an arithmetic series. An arithmetic series is the sum of arithmetic sequence. A number of arithmetic sequence, if we add up, then it is said to be an arithmetic series, which we have to find out by the formula Sn is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d, where Sn is the sum of n terms. And the general form of AP is given by a plus d, a plus 2d, etc. Then we need to find out what is the difference between a sequence and a series. Sequence is just a list of numbers separated by comma, whereas series is the adding of a number of lists together. If we add up a number of sequence, then it is said to be a series. Sequence is just a bunch of numbers with separated by a comma, whereas if we add up each of the sequence up to nth term, then it is said to be a series. For example, sequence means 1, 2, 3, 4 up to n, whereas in series 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 up to n. Here the 1 and 2, 3 are the separate sequences. Let us have a quick recap on arithmetic progression. A sequence of numbers in which each differs from the preceding one by a constant quantity, that is a common difference. If the sequence is increasing, common difference is positive. If it is decreasing, common difference is negative. The important formula is an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, where a is the first term, d is the common difference, an is the term of an AP and n is the number of terms. So this formula an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d is used to calculate the value of any term in AP when a, n and d is given. Similarly, it can also be used to calculate d or a when other information like an and n is given. One can also use this to calculate numbers of term in AP. And the formula is n is equal to an minus a divided by d plus 1. Another important problem is, and formula is Sn is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This formula is used to calculate sum of first n terms, means it adds all the numbers starting from first to nth. The same formula is used to calculate number of terms when sum a and d are given. It can also be used to find a or d when rest of the information is given. Another important formula is Sn is equal to a plus l divided by 2 into n. Some of the important points I will tell you. These are the quick formulas which you have to understand to do the problems. S1 is also equal to A1. Sn minus Sn minus 1 is equal to An. An minus Am can be given as n minus 1 into d. And An minus An minus 1 is also equal to d. This is the quick recap on arithmetic progression. So if you have any suggestions, if you understand this introduction part, then please comment me on the comment section below. In the upcoming videos, I will be uploading the exercise problems in arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression is very important chapter where 4, 2 and 1 marks question will appear, and also in MCQ questions also arithmetic progression questions is given. So it is a super important chapter. So do concentrate on this chapter well. Thanks a lot.